Sahara Rose. And
Hello.
hi there, beautiful. So I'm in Sydney, and Sahara is coming all the way from Boston, where, God, it's almost the middle of the night now. But now we're here to talk to you a little bit today about what it means to us to, really find this inner goddess and release your radiance. So it's been, well, Sahara and I actually met in Bali while we were both on our own kind of personal journey of softening into this divine feminine. And for any of you who've been to Bali, you'll know that, I mean, I keep describing it, particularly Ubud in Bali, as being like a womb. It's a place where, you feel deeply nurtured. The energy is very, very feminine. And for me, it was yet another yet another kind of real facilitator of this process of tapping into the goddess. And I received a lot of messages while I was there, with more tools to help me along this journey, and just more reminders that, how important this work is. So I guess to backtrack a little bit, what we've both been finding, which and why we're bringing you a special webinar all about this finding the goddess within, and even a whole retreat dedicated towards this divine feminine work in India next January, is, what we're seeing in our society at the moment is, I guess from 2,000 years of this patriarchal world, a lot of women and men really stuck in this masculine energy of kind of pushing forward and, striving to make things work. And, for me, when I think of this, I'm like, ooh, I just have to, it kind of makes me want to, it's like this pushing idea rather than, really, it's like we've felt that this soft feminine, which is not, she doesn't have to be soft, but this feminine Shakti energy, maybe it wasn't, we didn't think it was strong enough. But I mean, certainly in my case, I think it was actually, maybe it was almost too powerful. So I was like, oh God, I'm not quite ready to deal with that yet. So, having been stuck in this kind of masculine world for so long, the energies that are kind of at play on our planet right now are a much softer feminine vibe. So it's kind of, whether we like it or not, it's forcing us to kind of to find our inner Shakti. But, it can be a little bit of a process. So, I mean, Sahara comes at all of this. She's been on her own, goddess journey, but she comes with, from an Ayurvedic balancing perspective. So I don't know, tell me about where you're at with all of this work, Sahara.
Yeah, so Ayurveda is all about finding a balance between your energies, between the seasons, and the word dosha means energy. So I think one of the most crucial ways we can balance ourselves is balancing our masculine and our feminine side, both for men and women. So to be more feminine, as you said, doesn't mean necessarily softer, more weak, but it's more subtle, more intuitive, more all-knowing. She doesn't have to say everything. She can sit back and relax and let it happen. And I think that there's so much power into taking that role and letting things manifest. And oftentimes, like, actually you're able to get more and more done when you are able to trust the universe and trust the process, and knowing I have done what is needed to be done. And a lot of us, we keep on fighting and fighting, and it's just, it's like picking at this wound and you're just making it worse and worse, and at a certain point you just need to let it heal. So it's taking that step back. It's not being more weak, but it's being stronger, because a strong person is able to know when it's worth to fight and when it's worth to sit it out. And I think meeting you was so inspirational, because I remember the first time we spoke, the exact conversation was about the divine feminine. You were talking about how you had been leading this retreat and you were in Bali doing another one. You have so many things to coordinate, but you're like, you know what? I'm just going to let it happen and let it flow. And you're retreat went beautifully. I mean, you have so many more coming up. I am so honored to be in one with you. So I think you're a perfect example of finding that balance.
Oh, it's so funny you should say that because even, just listening to your words now, I'm thinking, whoa, I really need to take more of Sahara's advice. Because I mean, this is a journey for all of us, and that's what I feel like as mentors and facilitators of, coaching and online webinars and, retreats. We're all learning a lot along the way. And, so that's what I feel, and this is what I guess the work that I'm being called to do is to, really help share all of this stuff that I'm learning. And a lot of it's, learning through my own, trial and error. And, when I still have my moments when, like Sahara was just saying, is, at some point you've just got to stop fighting and go, and allow. And, and I catch myself in all, every day when I'm trying to like push and still come from this more masculine place, and it is a matter of kind of going, whoa, coming back to your center and really allowing this divine feminine Shakti energy that, is by no means like the soft, vulnerable, it's just this powerful crew. Like, if you think we've been creative before, like we're about to get creative on a whole nother level once we're really able to, release the blocks and allow this energy to truly flow. Like I'm, in my own world, like I'm kind of blowing my own mind every minute. I'm like, when you feel like you've been operating from a powerful place, I mean, I was listening to something yesterday saying as far as our, spiritual advancement, and this is a bit of an aside, we're still only operating on, about 20 or 30%. And I kind of, in my own self, I sort of feel like that with this divine feminine as well. When I'm really in the flow and feeling it, I'm like, oh my God, that was like, I didn't even know that was there. So that's what we would like to really share with you, because I know, all of the clients and students, me being a yoga teacher and working a lot with movement and dance as part of my process. A lot of these people who are coming to me are people who, like myself, have, been very stuck in this kind of other way, and it is stuck because, I didn't know that there was another way to be. It was, maybe I even think I've been that, from a small child, like coming from more of a survival place of, okay, I've got to be strong, I've got to make it work, I've got to work harder because everybody's working so hard and I've got to achieve, and it's this like kind of vibe, and now I'm like, oh, I had it all wrong. So we're hoping this resonates with you, because it kind of, when I started on this journey of softening, I remember I've met some beautiful teachers along the way, and, like meeting Sahara and having conversations with her and many other people in Bali. It's almost like, light bulb moments, pennies are dropping, and my body is reacting and going, whoa. So it's powerful.
Yes. Yes, and we're so excited to be leading a week-long retreat in India, the birthplace of the Shiva Shakti. And when we say that, Shakti is the female, it's the woman in Hinduism, and Shiva is the male. It's so when we're throwing those terms around, don't get confused. And it's all about honoring the Shiva and the Shakti within us. So we're so excited for the Release Your Radiance retreat this January. And if you just subscribe on our website, goagoddessretreat.com, we'll keep you posted on our webinar next week, which is going to be a full 45-minute discussion, hangout with all of you guys, talking about what does the divine feminine, the sacred masculine mean to you? Where does it come to play in your life every day? What do you need more of? And we're here to help guide you the same way our teachers did for us. And, not everyone is lucky enough to make it to Bali. Hopefully you'll make it to India. But that's one of the great things. Yes, but that's one of the great things about the internet. Even just getting here, we had such a difficult time with the technology. The masculine side us would have just taken this laptop and thrown it, and part of me did. But the feminine side said, wait, be patient, and now it's happening. We've been through it, and it's here.
We're here. So next, it'll be Tuesday in the American kind of part of the world, and Wednesday in our kind of down under time zones. And you know, we'd like to think that this is going to be a beautiful group of goddesses and hopefully some gods to, you know, sit down and chat to us over the internet just about this process and about all of this beautiful work. So we will be posting all of the details on our websites, through our social media, so you will not miss it. But yeah, make sure you register, as Sahara said, at goagoddessretreat.com. You can sign up there for our webinar. So we hope to talk to you more next week, and we hope to see you in India. Okay. Lots of love. Go to sleep, Sahara. It's nighttime where you are.
I'm about balancing the energies.
Okay, bye.
Bye.